I'm going to share the 5 things I consistently do to get the best engagement out of my teams. So they feel involved, they're excited to come to the meeting, and they always do their absolute best. Always. Now, here's a hint: stop having meetings just to have meetings. Okay. So dive in. We got some things to talk about. I know you're like me that you hate going to meetings that could have been an email. I hate it when people bring people together and there's absolutely no reason to be here. Like, oh, it drives me crazy to think about it. And I don't want you to be that type of person because what I know is you are on this channel. You watch these videos because one, you want to be an effective leader. You want to be an individual that uses your authentic power and uses that to build your wealth. In order for you to build your wealth, you have to know how to engage people. And if you've been following along with our Rise 53 Inner Circle, which is what we do on this YouTube channel, we share with you insights that we provide to our community. That's our Rise 53 Inner Circle community. We've been talking about speaking. And I'm going to tell you, I like to speak, I like to talk, but I've known that if I don't have the right things to say or if I am babbling on, it's boring. And maybe I like to hear myself talk, but not other people like to hear myself talk if they don't know why I'm listening to you. So that's the reason why I want you to get clear on your speaking. Now, following along with this series, we've been talking about speaking. It first starts with how do you speak to yourself? The second thing is, how are you speaking one to one? In this video, we're going to be talking about speaking one to a few. And I want to give you these 5 principles because I don't want you boring the heck out of your people that you are assembling. And also, too, I want you to find a pathway to earning their trust. Because at the end of the day, that's exactly what you're trying to do is you're trying to earn the trust. So let me talk about the thing before we get into the 5 principles. I want to talk about one of the biggest things that you have to understand is that if you're the leader, or I don't like to say boss, but you're the person who's in charge of someone's paycheck, they're there because they have to be there. But if you want the best out of them, you have to understand this one very principle. This principle is what's going to help you be the most effective, and it's going to lead into our 5 topics for today. And you know what it is? Is that your people are watching you. They are watching you. They're watching how you show up to meetings. They're watching how you respond to stress. They're watching how you respond to people. They're seeing things and they are literally watching you like artificial intelligence knows exactly your habits. Now, you might think, no big deal. It is a big deal because if you don't have their trust, you don't have a good team and you aren't speaking very, very well to your population of people, and you're not going to be building your wealth. And as you know, if you stuck with us long enough, wealth is an acronym. It doesn't have absolutely everything to do with your finances. It has everything to do with the way in which you live your life so that you can have the most productive life. Now, I'm not going to go on and on about the wealth. I want you to get into these principles and I want you to understand how effective you can be as a team leader if you do this and do it right. The first principle: show up as your true, authentic self and be transparent. Oh my gosh. If that is, see, the thing is most of us have been taught to fake it as we make it, to just blow it off and just be something that you're not. And don't tell them things because you don't know all the full answer. That those are 1980s and 1990s and early 2000 principles. Those are done. Take it, crumple it up and throw it in the trash. What we're looking for now is authenticity. Your authentic truth. And that is a whole message in and of itself, which is everything that we stand for on this channel is all about authenticity. And you might need to take a class, which is why we say get into our Rise 53 inner circle and take advantage of our Rise Advocates Academy, because a lot of you don't know yourselves. You have been taught to fake these styles of leadership. And what I've come to know is that usually people who don't have a good grasp of their authenticity, they are constantly having meetings because they're very insecure about what people are doing. They're constantly looking over people's shoulders because they don't trust themselves. So if you don't trust yourself, how can you trust someone else? So, the first thing that is going to help you be the most effective leader in leading your team so they feel engaged, so they feel empowered, so that they can do their best work is for you to show up as your true authentic self and be transparent. Share your mistakes, share what's really going on with your company. Don't keep everything under a lock and key because that is not going to help you. That is the number one thing you have to do. It is like air because you flow through, it's like energy. And my friend, that sets the tone for the culture of your team and of your organization. So write that down. You might need to come into one of our courses. And I'm going to offer you something because if you need a one on one coaching with that, I actually offer one on one coaching, an hour coaching session. You might need to take advantage of that. So that's the first thing. The second thing, I'm going to tell you how to run an effective meeting. The second thing that I always do, I learned this about 15 years ago when I was at this school, and they always started off with what's new, what's good, and what are you grateful for? Period. What's new, what's good, and what are you grateful for? We don't even talk about business until we talk about asking people, going around the room, what's new, what's good, or what are you grateful for? You might say, "Oh, I don't have time to ask everybody what's new, what's good, and what are you grateful for?" Well, anytime that you can engage your people asking them what they're grateful for, that's so different. And anytime you ask someone what's new and you actually are interested, it will be a game changer. And asking them what's good in their lives and making space for that, game changer. So, what's new, what's good, and what are you grateful? And let me give you a pro tip. If you're using artificial intelligence to summarize your meeting, which you should, then you will take bits and pieces of those notes and you will begin to give back to the people, which is number five. I'm going to tell you in a minute what they said to you, right? You need to be a listener. You need to understand what your people are experiencing, learn about their lives. And the best way to do that is to start your meetings with what's new, what's good, and what are you grateful for? All right. So take that. You don't even have to pay me for that. You got this. Okay. All right. Number three. Number three is kind of a given. And this is what everyone always says, like, have a purpose for why you're meeting. An agenda would be great, right? And it's not hard to do. You can generate them, but really have the purpose very clear. You have to set the tone right away. And if, say, for instance, you've been having so many meetings and no one shows up, or they show up, they're always on the phone, or they always have their Zoom picture blotted out, you got some work to do. But you can start this right now by showing that you're going to be having it's a new day. We're going to be having these types of meetings and we're going to be having an agenda and we're going to stick to the agenda, right? And also give room for new, good, grateful. Give room for check ins. And people will appreciate that. That is so critical for you to have a purpose, understand why you're meeting. Makes it's just so AI does all of this. Why aren't you doing that? Okay. Have clear purposes, have an agenda. All right. Number three. Number four, be consistent. Okay. Be consistent. This is another thing I think a lot of people have gotten good at. Yeah, be consistent and be freaking on time. Don't say that you got have all these other things or you have another meeting or you're constantly late. Like horrible leader, right? And then you take advantage of people's time. just because you are in charge. No, don't do that, my sister. Make certain that you are being consistent and you're on time for these meetings and you value people's time. Consistency is so key because anything that you do consistently and because so people say, "Oh, have consistency," not without the other three things I said before. Consistency with the other three things is going to make you the most effective leader. People like, obviously, they like habits. They like things that are going to they can rely upon. That's the reason why every single Wednesday we publish this video and you have it for you. And if you are liking these videos, can you put a like? Can you you know, hit that little thing if this is effective for you? And the reason why I know consistency works is because it's something one, this algorithm loves the consistency, right? But people are creatures of habit. We will build up our trust over time. Trust is not something that you get to buy, trust is earned. And so, in order for you to earn people's trust, you need to be consistent and you need to be on time. So, the fourth thing is follow up. I I don't understand in this day and age why people don't follow up, and they're not clear in the follow-up, right? If there's anything that you can do is just be a person that follows up, constantly following up, putting things on people's calendars, making certain that, people have the other things are going that they have to do, right? And so and be very clear in your follow-up that, okay, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do this, and this is how it's gonna go, right? Can you please start doing that? Because this will change. This is a game changer. I have been a consistent person way before AI. And the one reason why I know I get the best out of my people is because I'm very clear. This partly came from, I can't even say it came from my attorney training. This just came from me following leaders that I know are amazing. And I just know that when people they follow these principles, there's just a clarity about them. There's an ease about them. There's a flow about them. But leaders that follow up are just clear. And you just know that you want to do good for them. Now, I want to share this last principle. Following up with your people that have been in the meetings by sharing little tidbits about them. Now, this is where the second principle comes in line. If you're using AI effectively, is you can take the notes from those meetings. And what I would like you to do is I would like you to put little calendar reminders for you to follow up with your people on various days. If, say, for instance, someone says they're getting ready to go on vacation as a new thing that's happening in their life, put in the calendar, ask them when are they going on vacation. Hey, just want to let you know, I hope you have a good vacation. Or maybe on a Saturday or a Sunday, you can just say a note. It says, hey, just thinking about you. I hope that you're having a good weekend. Because I know that you're going to be going away for something, whatever that is, or that they may have a new child. Hope that your son is doing well. The way that you do this stuff is you have to be consistent with it. If you're the type of person who's like, business is business, right? And personal is personal, you're not going to get the best out of your team. You're just not because they're going to do it for the paycheck and they're going to do it for the job. But if you want highly engaged, highly motivated people, you're just going to occasionally do these types of gratitudes. And like I like to call them is just drops of gratitude for them, and you're going to be listening to them and giving back to them what it is that they have said to you. I hope this video was effective for you. What do you think? Which one do you think that you need to work on the most? Which one? I would love to hear from you. Share in the comments below. These are the steps I consistently do, and they have proved time and time again to be effective. Now, I have you know that we apply these same principles to our Rise 53 inner circle. And this is a weekly coaching that you're going to be getting. And this is for our high achieving Black corporate women who are in a space where they want connection. They want to level up their authentic power. They want to level up their wealth. They want to get on what we call our path to power, purpose, and connection. We want to invite you into our Rise 53 inner circle. And the great thing is that we have a link for you to be able to join. And so you get these weekly coaching messages every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. And then every Friday, we have a meetup online. And this is an opportunity for you to get to meet other people. And we always have a topic. We always do the same things that we just said in here that we do with our Rise 53 Inner Circle. People find this so valuable. They consistently are held accountable to following through on what it is that they say they're going to do. And their income, their salary, their wealth, it just doubles, it triples. And you know the other thing too, because we're all about health, that's a part of our wealth acronym is health. People are always getting fit and healthy as they age. A lot of people age backwards. It is just what it is. And then another thing I have found because I'm big on relationships, because everything in here that we just talked about is all about building better relationships. So the people in our community always have better relationships. People are getting newly married or they're developing new friends. They're exiting out of old friends. Everything that we do in the building of authentic power and wealth is all structured around you building your financial, your health, as well as better relationships. And that's what we are all about. Please forward this video to someone that you know could use these principles. And if it's your team leader, your direct report, send it to him, her, or them and let them know that they might need to take some of my courses. I would love to have them in. And I would love for you to continue on with us. Come join our Rise 53 Inner Circle. We'd love for you to be able to get inspired from this weekly coaching, and it's at a minimal cost. It's a no brainer for those of you who are really trying to get through this season. Because by the recording of this is what, 2025? We're still in an interesting season for Black women. So please come in. This is our time to rise. This is our time to go to the next level. I hope that this has been of value to you. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video.